Good morning. Outside again on my morning ruck. It's a beautiful day outside. Clouds are covering the sky, but that's okay. I can still hear the birds. So, gotta count your wind somehow. The wind feels nice though. I'm like almost at 100%. So, I'm feeling great. Being able to be out with nature is nice. And just living life, right? Because I started like recovering more. I was able to work out like more yesterday, and I also was able to climb, which was fun. So I enjoyed that very much. I also got a lot done. I got some appointments made, and overall yesterday was a pretty productive day. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, today, I just wanted to talk about just what's been going on, right? So I recently I talked with someone I haven't talked with in a while, right? And you know, I know that you can't change anyone, right? You can't change anyone, right? If people are gonna change, they have to change on their own, right? And I realized that, you know, a lot of the people, like a lot of my friends that I was hanging out with, I was expending too much energy on them, and I was never receiving it back. And on top of just, not being able to communicate my feelings properly, and just some of the things that like I've observed, right? I've realized that I just need to step away from some of the people that I was interacting with, right? And it's never any malice, because I don't hold malice towards people. I don't hold hatred, right? I don't think that emotion serves me anything. And so I choose to forego it, right? But, or, so with saying that, right? Like if I ever saw them like in a public place, right? Like I'll entertain the conversation. I'm not going to like outright like disregard them, anything of that sort. But, like that'll be it. It'll just be that conversation, right? But I ended up talking with someone, uh, that, I just I stepped away from, right? And it's been months, right? Like I'm talking like almost 6 months since I've like damn near just stopped talking with them. And I saw him again, and I realized that he also was on his own journey, just bettering himself, right? And I think after like conversating with him and just realizing that like he is actively changing, and things are he's doing the best he can, right? I realized that you know everyone really is just how you doing everyone really just is on their own journey, right? Every single person that you see is what is walking their life, is on a different path of their journey, right? And it's crazy to me that people, and myself included, right, get so caught up in our own lives, we forget to realize that people are also living their own lives, right? People get so caught up with other people that they and or let me say this right. Some the opposite is true, right? Where people get caught up with other people so much that they forget to live their own lives, right? And so, why do I bring that up, right? Well, for starters, after realizing that, right, I realized that maybe now this version of this person is someone that I would choose to hang out with more, because he never did anything like super wrong to me per se. He definitely he said some some choice stuff, right? But besides that, like he never said anything directly to me, anything bad about me or anything. If anything, he's actually been one of the more positive people that I've known, right? So, I don't have a reason to just outright disregard him, right? And so, like, I'm choosing to spend more time with him. But another thing is just, like, you shouldn't compare yourself, right? You shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? Isn't that what they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. You spend your time comparing yourself to other people that you don't even focus on yourself, right? I know this to be especially true with myself, right? I used to compare myself to other people all the time. And, there's like multiple reasons for it, right? My mom used to compare me to my cousin all the time. And, to my siblings all the time. And, I didn't realize the effects of it until later, right? But, now that I'm an adult, I need to take accountability for, my own wrongdoings and undoings. So, right those wrongs and not blame my parents anymore, right? But regardless, right? I used to compare myself to other people all the time, whether it be online, right? Which is scary because, you're constantly being flashed with people online who are like at their best, right? Or at their peak, or, who are at a different stage of their journey than you, right? And so it could be so easy to compare yourself to someone instead of, focusing on, your own accomplishments, right? It's such a beautiful and dangerous thing of the internet, right? Being able to share every moment of your life whenever you want, but then also seeing everyone else's moment of their life whenever you want, right? And then you could get so caught up in like, oh man, like this dude is 20 and he's already doing all this, man. I feel like I'm a failure. No, no, not a failure. Don't say that about yourself. Not a failure. If you are still here, if you are still walking, breathing, you matter. And you're not a failure. Why would you ever think that about yourself? Right? I wish I could tell myself that. I wish I could tell myself that as a kid. Like, why would I ever think that about myself? Comparing myself to other people and thinking I'm a failure compared to them. No. Take a deep breath, right? You are walking your own journey. You're walking your own journey. And, you have to celebrate your own wins, right? You have to celebrate your own wins. Celebrate the small victories, right? And then those victories will pile up, right? And then you will realize, you'll look back and in due time and realize how far you've actually come on your journey, no matter what kind of journey it is, right? Whether it's a fitness journey, whether it's a business journey, whether it's, like self growth, right? Like whether you want to work on like your communication or your anger management, or I don't know what else, just emotional intelligence. I can't really think of other things, but you have to only compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can show up for you is you. You are the only person who can show up for yourself. It's taken me a while to stop comparing myself to other people. But then at a certain point, I realized that, I'm walking my own journey. And, you know, looking back on my own journey, I've come a long way. I've come a long way already. And, I try to celebrate those wins like in my journal, right? Just understanding that my mentality has improved. My way of life has improved. I live in abundance now instead of living in a mind of lack, right? Because I truly am abundant. When I think about it, right? I have water, I have food, I have shelter, I have clothing, electricity, right? Like, I also have all my family that's still around me. I'm protected. And then, I have all this extra stuff too. Like, I have a phone, right? I'm able to share this. I also have transportation, right? That's easy to take for granted. So, I already live in abundance, right? It's so easy to live in lack when that's all you've been surrounded by. But once you shift your mind to understanding that you already have everything you need, then you won't live in lack anymore, right? And so I just don't think it's fair to compare yourself to other people's journeys, right? When your own journey is just as important. So, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You're not a failure. You're growing. You're on your own path. Anyways, if you're seeing this, I love you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Protect yourself and protect those around you. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.